Let's talk more on the story with Jennifer Kamau of International Women's Space, a Berlin-based activist group of migrant and refugee women. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us here in studio.
Thank you.
First of all, tell us more about your organization. What is its mission?
The mission is to amplify and make visible the refugee and immigrant women, because for a long time we have been invisible, and to make sure that their struggles are publicized and they are heard.
Now, you yourself, you go and visit refugee women in various centers, and you talk to them about sometimes the violence that they face. What kind of stories do you hear?
It's a difficult question to answer, but most of the women, first, they don't want to be taken as victims, because the act of moving from the places they have been facing these oppressions to seek asylum is a political statement. They only need their issues to be addressed and to not be victimized again. And women, for many times, are made to look like the weaker people, but in the real sense, it's not what people think.
So what are those issues that need to be addressed?
The issues that need to be addressed is for example, in the asylum procedure. People are fleeing from violence and war, but women are also fleeing from female genital mutilations, violence on women, forced marriages, and things like that. People are even forced to dress in certain ways. And it's a statement when a woman says, I am not comfortable with this and I decide to move. It's a very big political statement.
And then they come here, and what can and do they do to seek protection, for example, here in Germany?
I didn't get your question.
So what can they do once they arrive here to seek protection, to seek help from authorities if they've been the victims of violence, for example?
The most important thing is not to use the welcome culture that it's being used now, because it's a welcome culture that is not effective. First, the language is very important, and this language is not something that is provided. If you are in the asylum system and there are no prospects of you getting asylum, then you don't benefit from this. And it's very important if you're in a country like this and you cannot speak the language. How are you expected to express yourself? And then the bureaucracy of the country. And having to also have it in mind that most of the women, some women who come here are not even literate. They haven't even done the alphabetization, even if they are literate. So when you come to all this bureaucracy and a woman has been confronted with different situations, and then you come to a system that is not friendly, it's another form of violence on women.
All right, Jennifer Kamau from International Women's Space on International Women's Day. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you.